Okay, quick example number 3. Still on the 4th of March. This is just another type of question. This is focused on gradient, and you'll see why. Because the question is asking, is the triangle with vertices 4 minus 3, 6 minus 5, and 10 minus 1 a right-angled triangle? Now, as we've been looking at the last few days, right-angled triangle has one right angle in it, as the name suggests. Right angle, if you see that, this is kind of logical thinking, should lead you to think of the word perpendicular. And if we're talking about coordinate geometry, that should lead you to think the fact that m1 times m2 equals -1. Should be. Eureka! Couple of exclamation marks. It's kind of basically what it's getting you to think. And so if I sort of draw these points, okay, 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3. Let's say this is my starting point, 4 minus 3. We'll call that A. And then 6 minus 5. So I go across for x. Again, this is not to scale because I don't know. I mean, I could just plot it and find out on Desmos, or GeoGebra or something. 6 is to the right of 4, minus 5, so it must be down. All right, so that's B. 6 minus 5, good idea to label points if they're not given to you labeled. And then 10, 1, well 10 is bigger than both, whereas -1 is higher than both. So it's going to be up here somewhere. Let's call that C. 10 minus 1. Okay. So again, if you pick it right and you find the one, so it's going to form a triangle. 3 distinct points has to form a triangle. So either this one or this one is going to be right angled, according to what I'm seeing. Yeah? So we need all 3 because you need the gradients to compare. Okay? So here's how I'm going to do it. Basically, just get into it and you say, okay, let's find the 3 gradients of those intervals, AB, AC, BC, and then think, do any of the 3 multiply, have a product of -1? So here's a little notation trick. So M of, let's say, AB. You just do that. So you don't have to label the interval or anything. It's already labeled. It's MAB. And the gradient is y2 minus y1 minus 5 minus -3 over 6 minus 4. x2 minus x1. So that's going to be -2 over 2, which is -1. That's interesting. All right, let's try the next one. AC, let's see. It could be that this angle, so I want to find AC. So gradient of AC is y2 minus 1 minus -3 over 10 minus 4, which is equal to -1 minus -3 is 2, because you add the 3, so it's 2 over 6, which is equal to 1/3. Okay, so here we have MAB, here we have MAC. The question is, are they perpendicular? This is my first one. This is my second one. Would those 2 multiply together give me -1? Well, I think the answer is fairly obvious in this case. The answer is no. So we need to find, because -1 times -1/3 is -1 times 1/3 is -1/3. So that's not going to work. So we need to find the third one, which is M of BC. So M of BC, the gradient of BC. So we've got -1 minus -5, y2 minus y1 over 10 minus 6. Well, -1 minus -5, that's adding the 5, so it's 4. 10 minus 6 is 4, so that's equal to 1. I've got 1. MAB is equal to -1. What do I think? Well, and so they are perpendicular. So this angle here must be right angled. I'll do that in red. It must be right angled because here's the reason. The gradient of AB times the gradient of BC is equal to -1 times 1, which is equal to -1. Therefore, AB is perpendicular to BC. That's the perpendicular sign. I'm going to put a little arrow here. Perpendicular to, that's what that means. So triangle ABC must be a right-angled triangle. Nice, straightforward logic that we sort of work our way through to think, okay, we've got the gradients of each section, of each segment, line segment. Are they perpendicular? Are they perpendicular? Are they perpendicular? No. Therefore, that's okay. Or, yes, they are. So we have, in this case, yes. So it must be a right-angled triangle. Okay, so we've got the work. We're going to get to the end of this. So it's exercise 3G. Have a look. Think about it. Some of them might not come to you straight away, but that's okay. Work your way through it. I think it's 3G. It's sort of disappeared from in front of me. But 3G, have a go. Any questions, please let me know. Thanks.